One, going live.
Right. Right. Good evening, Pareen. And it's another Monday and another day in the market. And as we, kind of give daily news analysis to our viewers out here and subscribers. So probably, I think there's a lot being cooking up in the market right now. And we see FC Barcelona, which is a football club, is said to be talking to the crypto firms about the shirt sponsorship. So what do you have to say about it? Because a lot of football clubs, right, after the Chili's token got into being, a lot of action, right, in the sports regarding the crypto. How do you see this buzz and how do you see this progress?
I think here is the crypto.com sponsorship of F1, which was
Right.
one of the biggest, and it's also a pretty popular sport worldwide. So that was big because crypto was right out there, and we've seen football majorly, and we are entering into a phase where I think crypto companies are now going mainstream, and
Hmm.
mostly all the exchanges who are going all aboard and inviting this new wave of people who are joining in. Like this year the number of people joining in is record in the industry, and we've also seen that these people that are joining in, they are joining in for serious reasons more now. So
Right.
crypto is doing mainstream really with this.
Okay. And next thing is that the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the altcoins, and the entire market is still in downtrend.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are saying that it's a bearish market. It's a bearish market. Now I want you to give them solid reasons, as why these things are not in the bearish market, right?
Yeah. So I think this is another 5% correction that has happened since yesterday. Even I think on a weekly chart, most coins have not lost more than 20-25%. It's just that every day we see red, 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 and then we think, okay, what's happening? But still, again, the answer is same here. If you zoom out, really, we are still quite in green since last year. So one way to look at it is daily chart, weekly chart. On a monthly basis, it will look very different. On a yearly basis, it will look quite different. Also, in my opinion, we are still in a big correction. So at least Bitcoin has some potential to go. That's my opinion. We will see a Bitcoin rally later in the year. That's what I believe, and I've talked to some traders and they believe that too. So if this is the dip, a lot of newbies, new traders will capitulate because they don't know what's happening out here and they got into FOMO, and now especially altcoins are dropping wildly.
Yeah.
So that's usually when what we say in the industry is that you shake off the weak hands. If you don't know why you got into a coin, you will not have the conviction to hold it during the dip. So that's what's going on. That's my opinion. Of course, everyone should do their own research, but still, we will see. I think Bitcoin rally.
Right. The third thing is that the Ethereum, Solana, Polygon, and the company forming a new hot market of blockchains.
Right.
Now, how do you see that? With a lot of companies coming in, a lot of tokens are being listed on this market, and they're all forming this whole hotbed of the market of blockchains. How do you see this?
So I think Ethereum had primed itself to open up the DApp market. But in last couple of years, a lot of people have lost faith on Ethereum because they've been promising scalability, ETH 2.0, lot of changes which have not yet been implemented in the product. So there are, of course, going to be a lot of alternatives. Of course, there are alternatives like Polygon which build on Ethereum. So in a way, they are utilizing Ethereum's decentralization. We know that after Bitcoin, Ethereum is probably the most decentralized blockchain out there. But now there are too many blockchains like Binance Smart Chain, Solana. We have lot of these blockchains coming in with so much hype. Of course, at beginning they are all centralized compared to Ethereum. I think BSC, Solana, all are pretty centralized, but they have this different challenge to solve. Can they decentralize and still maintain their speed or viability? keep it secure as Ethereum itself, like layer one has been usually. So that we have to see. But we've seen now is the race of blockchains. We don't know what will win. Maybe there might be specialized use cases for some blockchains. There might be some blockchains that have a particular trade-off, but we will still see one large blockchain emerge as the winner. So all these ETH killers are great to
Right.
and see what's happening out there.
Right. So I'll take up now the questions out here and the comments here in the YouTube. A lot of familiar commenters out here. So
Yeah.
people are, I mean, one of the burning questions is like, WazirX burn kab hoga?
Well,
They're
yeah.
asking that when is it
So yeah,
WazirX burn would be? And
I think we've said this last two AMS, 2 Fridays, that we don't know what is the burn date, right? No one knows. So wait for it.
right.
It is announced. It will be announced. Also, I think someone Sai Krishna has written here that we will announce it today at 6 p.m. That's not true. Even we don't know when the
Yeah, that's not true.
burn. Yeah,
Yeah, Sai, you asked a very good question later when I see, but yeah, that's not true, guys. Whoever is listening to a live stream, I guess that's not true. We're not announcing it by 6 p.m. and Pareen is nowhere announcing it, right, Pareen?
no, we are not. We don't know ourselves. We don't know.
Yeah. But Sai asks us that if the creators know that more the supply, lesser the demand, why would they create so much of supply for their project? Which factors so he asked which factors decide the supply of tokens?
Amazing, amazing. Sai has been asking some amazing questions. Friday as well, we saw during the Hindi AMA, he asked some amazing questions,
Right.
and this is one of them. So, Sai, essentially, see, the price of one coin is not that important. Usually, what people see is, hey, Ripple is cheap, Bitcoin is expensive. That's not how it works. You have to look at the total market cap that a coin can achieve. Okay, so let's say there is X coin uh, that has 100 billion in supply. It will still achieve that market cap, right? So per coin price doesn't matter, and the supply is usually decided by founders. And there is most projects don't have a very solid logic like Bitcoin, why supply is 21 million, right? But it's just an arbitrary number because at the end it doesn't matter. See, price of any token doesn't matter because your gains as a trader or your loss as a trader, both are just in percentages, right? So we have to understand when people end up saying, Ripple will go to $589, understand what is the market cap that it will have to achieve for every token to be valued that, right? This is how, as a trader, you can understand what is the range in which you have to trade, because if the market cap that you are assuming is outrageous, where is that money going to come from? Someone has to put in that much money into a coin to get that market cap. So total supply doesn't matter too much. What matters here is, what is the market cap achieved by that particular coin.
Right. I hope, Sai, that you got your answer because it completely made sense to me. And so another question, Pareen, this is by Schrodinger's cat. He asked that what is your thought on gold-backed coins like Paxos?
Yeah, this another viewer who's been asking amazing questions since few live sessions that we've done.
Yeah.
Uh, Paxos, we've recently listed Paxos. We also have an AMA with Paxos team on our YouTube. You can check that video out. Uh, I think gold-backed coins are a way better option of owning gold than buying it on Paytm or even for that matter buying gold bonds, because that's just an IOU. With these tokens like Paxos, they're still an IOU, but it's identified and mapped to every gold brick out there, which is pretty crazy that that in this vault in London there is this brick that's mine, which is crazy. Of course, there is a custody risk here as well. So you have to understand that it's not like having the gold brick in your own house. There is still a custody risk somewhere. There will be, even though there may be so many guarantees. but it's still a much better option than what we call paper gold. When you buy bonds or when you buy gold on Paytm, you will never be able to get the custody with you. So that's the trade-off here.
Right, right, right. Now, S. Anand, interestingly, I mean, probably Pareen, you can recommend him or a link probably. He asked us few most important books to be read for blockchains and cryptocurrency.
Yeah,
I don't know if you will be
I'll share the link in a bit.
right. And so the other thing that probably which I want to talk about is that the Twitter CEO. I mean, he's announced the new Bitcoin-based business, which is named TBD for Square, right? So again, Jack Dorsey now, I mean, leveraging on Bitcoin and then probably not giving it up on this crypto. What do you have to say on that?
Specifically said Bitcoin, not crypto.
Yeah,
Jack Dorsey has been really bullish on Bitcoin only, not on crypto. But what he has done specifically now is created another business showing that really price doesn't matter to him. Whenever you see something like this happening, you know that Jack's endorsement is way bigger than Elon Musk's endorsement, because Jack runs Square. So Jack is not just the CEO of Twitter; he also runs this big fintech payment startup called Square. And Square is one of the leading payment startups in the Silicon Valley. So he understands, money. He understands uh, basic difference between a centralized currency and a decentralized currency, or a fiat currency and crypto, right, like Bitcoin. So this, for me, I think it's amazing that he's trying to create this, mostly as his previous crypto ventures. What he said is he'll stick with Bitcoin, and also he will make it open source, which is great. I mean, what he's doing, it just shows that smartest people on the world have belief in Bitcoin, which is amazing to me. It's bullish. It's really bullish news. In a bull market, this would have pumped Bitcoin by $5,000, but we are in a bearish sentiment market, so price action doesn't take this into account.
right, right, right. So, I mean, probably people want to know the reasons why we are not in the bearish market, Pareen. Could you have some reasons that why you think that we are not in a bearish trend right now?
So this is just my belief, okay?
Yeah.
But there is a certain ratio in which Bitcoin moves after the halving that happens, right? There is last halving that we saw was in 2016 and 17 was the bull run, when Bitcoin went from $1,100 to $19,500. That's almost like 15, 16 times its previous high, right? This time's previous high was 19,500, and Bitcoin went up to 64,000. That's 3x, little over 3x of its previous all-time high. I believe that definitely, from 16 times to 3 times, we will not drop. And also, if you look at previous bull charts, you will see right in the middle of a bull run, there is a big correction. This occurs in the middle of the bull run. And maybe alts have taken most of the hit. See, why market is really bearish is because newbies all ended up buying alts instead of Bitcoin. If you would have bought Bitcoin, maybe your portfolio would have been 30%, 40% down, not more than
Yeah.
that. Even if you bought it at 64 today, it's 50%. But people went ahead and bought Dodge and bought this and that, and then lost like 70, 80% of their portfolio. That's what's making all of these people bearish. I think if you look at Bitcoin, and still there is a lot of rally left. This is just based on past data and my experience of previous bull run. But of course, we have to see a lot that's happening in industry as well, and that's mostly been bullish. Like you said, Jack's news is super bullish. Smartest billionaire who's worked in payments, who's built so many businesses, is endorsing Bitcoin in a public forum, that means a lot. So yeah, we also have a
I
this Elon, Jack and Elon's
yeah
debate. I think
yeah
that's 22nd or something like that. Jack Dorsey is going to talk to Elon
yeah
Musk about
yeah yeah yeah.
Bitcoin.
But my question to you is that a lot of these Bitcoin maximalists have lost trust in Elon Musk, right? Because what has happened in the past 3 months, right? You know, it's been like his statements has completely shifted people towards Dodge or to other alts.
So I think
Kind of it happened when suddenly, but there have been a quite a swift change in what Musk says.
I think he's learning like most of us. We should just look at him as someone who's just entered the industry and is learning.
Right.
He's smart, no doubt about that. He has access to so many experts that he can talk to, no doubt about that. But still, it takes some time to understand what's going on in Bitcoin. And I think his Dodge support that he's been doing, maybe it's just a fun thing, or we don't know what really is going on. It's not worth betting my money on. That's for as a trader. What decision do I make? I don't have to care about what's going on and what's not going on. My
Right.
end goal is to say whether I should bet on this or not, and this is not something that you want to bet on for sure.
Right. So the meme-based coins are just for fun, right? Is it? Because it's got a lot of public attention. It's got a lot of public attention,
Yeah, I think
and people have also lost money. People have also gained money.
yeah, we have a question already. Dogecoin, tell about Dogecoin, please. And this is like a routine every
Yeah,
time someone will ask about Doge or Shiba Inu or something like that, and we have to repeat all over again. Do not
yeah,
invest in meme coins. These are meme coins. They are joke. Okay. If you want to lose all your money, then go ahead and do it. Definitely don't take them seriously for sure. Uh, I think we have Jason who's
yeah.
asking, who's also a regular listener, who's asking
Yeah,
about.
Jason. Yeah, he's quite a regular
Yeah,
subscriber to our live streams now.
he usually comes and says hey and goes away. He's asked an interesting question about Dogecoin. Incidentally, he says, "Is it possible for Dogecoin platform and the creators to get its circular supply burn?" So yeah, I think Jason, you have to first understand what a burn is. So yeah, we made an amazing video explaining what burn is.
Yeah, yeah,
Check that out to know what burn is. Burn essentially means sending tokens to some invalid address, which no one has the password to, right? So of course, if you are a large Doge holder, you are free to do that. But do you want to? It's a lot of money that you invested. Who would do that? Why would someone end up burning Dogecoin, which has value? At least now we do, right? So it's not going to happen. It's all fantasy, rumors, influencers talking about these things. We don't know. It's just so much risky right now to get into something like this.
right. Parina, I just want to ask you that at this point, I've been observing this since the last month and a half. There was a stock to flow model.
Archit, I think, did I lose you or did I lose you?
Can you hear me out?
Yeah,
Can you hear me out?
now I can. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm just saying that a lot of since the last 1.5 months, a lot of people are ridiculing S2F model, the stock to flow model, right?
Right.
So what do you have to say about that? Because this was the model which a lot of people believed in, right?
I also am one of the people who believe in stock to flow model. I definitely believe there is some merit to those numbers, and I just think that it has not been invalidated as of now. Maybe the speculative pattern around it has changed, but the model itself is not invalidated. I think that would take a lot to invalidate a model that's been in existence for a while now and it's been pretty accurate at predicting Bitcoin's price. There are criticisms to stock to flow model, and of course, it's not like God made this chart. But when we look at this, even now, what we want to do is see if the long term trend is broken or not. Maybe I can even actually share my screen and show this. Uh, but let's look at this here. Uh, Generally,
Right.
orange is when there is a dip, right? After red, there is usually a dip. We can see that here. This is happening. There is no doubt. It may not agree to the entire timing of the cycle, but if we see during the yellow phase that this still the rally starts, then it makes a lot of sense. Maybe it will be a little late compared to here. We may see it, late 2022 instead of December or January 2021. uh, I think unless we reach here, which is somewhere around end of
Yeah.
2022, we cannot say that this model has been invalidated. But also, my thinking is, if Bitcoin's rally and its maths is invalidated, then we all need to find another job. Because this entire industry is first based on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin doesn't perform like people expect it to, uh, it's going to take down a lot of faith from the entire industry. And that's not going to be good for anyone. I think the math will work, but we still have to wait and watch. It is very close to short term invalidation, but still long term, I think maybe it is valid.
All right. All right. I mean, according to me, I guess the Bitcoin is still supposed to see its new high, right? But as I say, this is not a financial advice. So kindly do not take my advice to be, for finance. But as I said that, can you tell us about Matic or EOS token? So SLGR Vansh is asking that what are your views on Matic and EOS token के बारे में आप कुछ बताइए.
So, when we are talking about it right now, what we are talking about is fundamentals. Fundamentally, Matic is definitely pretty sound. It's one of the strongest tokens out there when it comes to being an ETH killer in a way, to capture that territory. Uh, Given having said that, I don't know if it is the right time to buy or not, because a lot of value has already been captured. It has already done 100x on its BTC value since November or December last year, right? So you have to understand that you have to buy a strong coin, which is fundamentally strong, but also where in the market cycle are you getting in that coin? That you have to understand. I would rather go and search for a newer coin that has a lot of potential. But also, I think long term, if you are a hodler, Matic is a great choice, no doubt about that. EOS, I think, is
Right.
hasn't delivered anything till now. I have zero respect for EOS. They came with a big promise. There are there aren't any real apps built on EOS, right? So what are they delivering? I am not sure. I have never seen a developer be excited and ask, "Hey, can I build on EOS?" That even happens to Tezos. Every blockchain has a certain community of followers, right? EOS somehow, I don't know what has happened with that, because when it came initially, it seemed like this is going to be the ETH killer. Now we don't even consider EOS as ETH killer anymore. So uh, that's my opinion, though.
Right. Right, Pareen, I think it's been a good live stream today where we've talked about it. And I would request people who've not subscribed to our channel to subscribe for much more awareness from this session. And until then, probably we got to say goodbye to all of them. And we'll meet them on next Monday.
Yeah.
Yep. Right, guys. So have a good day ahead. And it's a goodbye from me and Pareen out here. And we'll catch you up with next Monday.
Yes.
Right. Thanks, everybody.